Hi guys, I'm back from Snag's lap. Now, regular viewers will have watched my shenanigans out there on the road and the magnificent Cicero and the job that he did. But what I've had to do is leave him dirty because I want to show you some stuff today. We have a really big announcement. We have Auto Glim, which is a high class washing and detailing outfit. And they've sent us a bunch of stuff, and they are our podcast and a major partner here at MOTO. So that's out there, full disclosure. But their timing has been absolutely perfect because I've had to leave Cicero dirty since I got back. Now I've been back a couple of weeks. It's nearly killed me to leave him like this, and I don't think he's overly pleased. But we've got the Auto Glim stuff, and I'm going to give him the birthday of his life. And you're going to see, does this stuff really work like they say it does? Let's hope so, because Auto Glim's with us as a major sponsor. So let's not hold things up any longer for poor old Cicero. Let's get some suds.
Presented by Auto Glim.
She's filthy.
Look, I know, I'm not happy about it, all right? Now don't rub it in because I'm not happy about it.
Come on.
All right, get out of it. Now, the first thing I'll probably start with, oh yeah, insect remover. Now, I've got some exotic bloody insects here. So that's the first thing we go with. There's bugs and bloody moths and Christ knows what from all over Australia here. I'm probably breaking every quarantine rule there is. Let's get that stuff off. Now, they reckon just to leave this sit for a little while, which I will do, and get started on some other stuff. Now, bodywork and shampoo conditioner. What I'm amazed about with this, 2 capfuls. I mean, that's pretty incredible. This will be for sale when I'm dead. Now, they reckon to leave that bug stuff on for 30 seconds, and I reckon that's about 30 seconds. We'll get rid of that. Highly technical, this. Don't try this at home. Well, actually, do try this at home, because if you guys buy Auto Glim stuff, they'll keep sponsoring us. You with me? 2 capfuls, I can't believe that. Righto, away we go. Now, I don't know how fussy you guys are, but I get a little bit anal when I'm doing this. I actually find it quite cathartic, washing stuff. I don't know, it's just good shed time, you know? Good shed time cleaning stuff. Sometimes I have the footy going and a few beers, you know? I don't think that's just me, I think that's a motorbike person's thing. I'm going to sneak a little bit more in there, even though I'm going against the rules. I like a bit more sud. I tell you what, this mitt thing's all right too, because I'm forever cutting my hands washing motorbikes. And I probably still will, but this is doing a good job of not making that happen. Clear water lights too, they were really good. It's one thing I did notice on that trip that with the new LED lighting, people tend not to drop their lights. It's a bit of an issue at night and especially around dusk. I tried not to be out there at night too much because there was clearly a donkey or a camel or an iguana with my name on it, and being out at night didn't make a lot of sense, but I did find myself out there a couple of times. And yeah, it's just a bit of a thing now. LED lighting is so strong. And with all our caravanning and nomadic friends out there that may not know as much as you would like them to know, yeah, I was getting blinded a bit. So that's just something to know, guys. Like even this thing, if you have those clear water lights at 100%, you've really got to be responsible about it because they are really, really bright. And of course, if you dip them, there's no stress. But more than once, I got the reminder from someone that I was a little late with that. Oh, that's cool. You get to know the stuff that you do and don't do. Trucks are lit up like a pox doctor's Clark, fair dinkum. So bright. And just for that split second, you'd be coming over a rise and fair dinkum, you are blinded. Now, as everyone knows, you wash a motorbike, you can affect the weather patterns. Yep, I reckon it might just rain. What is that? As soon as you go to wash your bike or your car, forget about rain dancing, just wash something. You bored yet? Go in and tell your better half you just watch Snag wash a bike. It's just, forget Netflix, Stan, Paramount, Disney Plus, Pornhub.com. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just come and watch old Snaggy showing his plumber's crack, washing his bike. Okay, time for the wheel cleaning mouse. Oh no, moose. Let's clean our wheels.
A few moments later.
Snag, welcome back to reality.
Well, thank you, Spence. I don't know if I'm pleased to be here or not, to be honest with you.
Fair.
23,000 kilometres out there in this wide brown land.
Is that all?
Yes, I know. I didn't have a dip. Yeah, well, look, best part of 5 months, 23,000 Ks, camping, staying in cabins, looking at touristy stuff, dealing with the road. It was all fantastic stuff. And now I look back at it, it's even better. When you're out there day to day, it's just, you just operate that 24 hours sort of thing. It's really, that's kind of nice, but you're not sort of thinking about what a thrilling adventure this is. That seems to land when you get home. You start going,
Right, in hindsight.
In hindsight. And isn't that the beauty of travel? But I actually miss it. I miss the drama. I miss
Really?
Yeah. Look, I love being back home and
Showers would be nice, wouldn't they? Regular.
overrated.
You reckon?
I wasn't pulling out there. So
Surplus to requirements.
surplus to requirements. Although you do realise when you've been in the tent overnight and you might have got in a little bit late, and some of the normal things that you would do in regard to your ablutionary activities prior to going to bed, Spence.
Right.
In the morning, they're reminded the old almond rocks are a bit ordinary. I got to the stage where I was leaving the boots about 8 yards from the tent.
Yeah.
Even the animals didn't want them. So they were surplus to requirements in regard to that.
Not superfluous to requirements.
No, not
It's
superfluous.
a whole other box of frogs.
Well, there was a bit of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, mate, look, I'm back home. So much to talk about. I think I'm boring people. In fact, you're coming to who's that? That'll be someone ringing me about why aren't you out in Snag's lap? That's what that'll be.
Yeah, they're not happy.
They're not happy. Turn off your phone is probably one of the things you normally do.
Yes.
Anyway, pressing on from that, I had something there. I was rolling on something there very well.
It was very good.
Yeah. Oh, geez. They'll love this. They'll laugh, you'll cry.
Here we go.
Snag's lap. Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
You need one of those.
Look, coming back to civilization, in all seriousness, I've got to, without blowing smoke up your bum, you had to carry MOTO when I was out there, and I greatly appreciated it. I actually felt a little guilty occasionally because I thought, well, I'm out here, especially when I was laying on Broome Beach,
Yeah.
as bikini-clad Austrian tourists prancing and dancing all around me.
I did feel a little bit more comfortable with the whole thing, I have to say, when I saw you out in the absolute desert.
Oh, you took a bit of pleasure with that?
Baked beans and...
Well, there were moments. The time when I was camped in a really old rough truck stop, and an old Zephyr pulled up, lights went off, and two blokes got out and came towards me in the middle of the night. That was pretty spooky.
Yeah.
So look, you had to live on your wits. It turned out okay. I had stuff stolen in Kununurra. I had major problems with communications in regard to the phone, but the beauty of being out there, Spencer, and on your wits is you deal with it. No one's interested in your whinging. There's no one to whinge to. And there's always a bloke in a ute. This is my one takeaway. No matter where you are, there's a bloke in a ute. And that happened. You know, things went wrong.
It's almost like an Australian icon, isn't it? Like
It
the
is.
emu or the kangaroo or the bloke in his ute.
Bloke in his ute. And, you know, I saw problems with socialisation up there, which I took great interest in.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of that.
Well, you don't see that in the tourist brochures.
No.
There are problems up there, and I'm a little tired of people not talking about that. The fact is that tourism has been greatly stymied by, violence at night and theft. It's a real issue, particularly up in the top of Western Australia. So there's those things that when I went, I had no clue about a lot of these social and cultural things. There's millions of things that are really good, but that was one of the things that it stood out to me that, look, I wouldn't go into town at night in some of the places I was in. You just wouldn't. It'd be a stupid thing to do.
Right.
So the trip was marked by those sorts of things. The distance, there were times there, Spence, when Cicero was good for 300 kilometres, and that's about it. He's running dry at 300. And a couple of the distances were 440 k's apart. So you've got to carry 10 litres of fuel. A lot of the time you're running on 91. What is that?
I thought I turned it off.
You've-
Geez, Cicero was bloody rough when you came into the studio yesterday.
Mate, you know how I was. It's the first new motorcycle I've owned, Spence, as you know, and I used to keep it absolutely pristine. Well, that's another thing. If you think you're going to take your motorbike around Australia camping and keep it pristine, forget about it. I can have that away about day 2. So she's come home pretty scratched and stuff, covered in baked in mozzie. There's locusts out there as big as your head. They hit you and it's like a cricket ball. So poor old Cicero gathered, tundra, spin effects, everything. He had to cope with that. So when he got home, she was as grubby. Stuff was baked on.
Came up pretty good though.
Well, there was something with Big Red Eyes that only comes out at night, living in the bloody thing. He's still there, I think.
Yeah, I went in.
So we went to our major sponsor, Auto Glim, and I said, mate, you got to get this clean. This is not my beautiful.
Well, I think they overcompensated. We've got enough.
I'm going to be clean for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Do you know these will go in a
Do they have hair shampoo and
they do.
maybe some mousse for my growing mustache? You might notice.
I know it's very important to you to look good in town when you're up there in Chapel Street.
Yeah.
The point being, they sent us a box of stuff, and fitting them
2 boxes.
You'll be 85 and selling them at a garage sale.
Yeah.
There is so much stuff, and the interesting thing, look, Auto Glim's our sponsor, so we're going to talk about Auto Glim. We're straight out, they're our sponsor. But the stuff worked.
Yeah.
The bike come up clean. Yeah. Jeez, it worked. It's not cheap. It's premium gear, no doubt about that. But like the shampoo for the shampoo, not bike wash, the shampoo.
Yeah.
2 capfuls. Like it'll last me till 8 bikes.
When I was getting around in that MX-5, I had a bottle of that stuff, the wax.
Yeah.
And look, it's still somewhere 3/4 full, and I was washing that.
How do they make any money on that business model?
Well,
because the stuff lasts so
it
long.
lasts.
Although I must say,
also, do you really want to cheap out on something that's touching your paint as well?
Look, at the end of the day, I've always bought quality cleaning gear.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're spending, like Cicero's put me back close enough to $40,000.
Yeah.
What are you going to save, 20 on a can of gear? Although the insect stuff, I went through most of that in one whack. So you need to be buying a bit of that.
Yeah.
But, like I was shifting bloody sparrows, really. So, I'm very pleased with all that. Bike's clean again. Now I've got to work, which is given, I'm not that keen. Okay, so Snag's Lap. I've probably bored people stupid, Spence, sending you back silly videos from the road. I really enjoyed doing that.
You got some good shots.
I think it was some good stuff. And look, it's a bit of a slide night for me, I have to be honest. I'm back. We're back into MoTo. I think I will try and do another trip like that. I've still got to do Tassie.
Yeah.
So this isn't closed off. Taswegians, don't crack it. I get it. You get left off all the time. We're going to do Snag's Lap, but the boat's chock-a-block. I can't get on there. Cicero's ready to go. All my gear's packed.
Clean as a whistle.
Oh, there's a pair of socks and there was
the interior Auto Glim might get a...
Spence, when a mouse dies in your bedroll and you forget about it, I've got no idea. You could never hide a human body, Spence, because I tell you what, a mouse chucks out a fair bit whacker smell. Can you imagine your auntie?
Yeah.
Oof, not good. Anyway, I'm back. I'm
For
really
more than one
pleased.
reason, really.
There is pretty much.
Yeah.
So auto glim, grouse have an auto glim. Snags Lap's finished. I hope you guys got something out of it. I really loved it. I hope you're glad to have me back on deck. I'm rapt to be back at Infomoto. All systems go.
Sick.